with podcast number 25, I think the most challenging thing is to figure out what is being talked about. So imagine that you're looking at a car from the outside. You're standing right in front of it. Don't worry, it's in park. The motor's off. It's safe. And you look at the windshield. So the windshield wiper itself is connected with a bolt right here. And it's 10 inches long. 10 inches. It rotates through an angle of 60 degrees. I'll get back to that part. The rubber part only covers the last 9 inches of the blade. So in other words, this is the rubber part that's touching the glass. And then this part right there is metal, but it doesn't have any rubber on it. Well, since this red part is 9 inches and the total is 10, that means this little black part is 1 inch. Okay, now for this part. It rotates through an angle of 60 degrees. So if I go straight up, that's 90 degrees. So it goes about like this. So it starts here, rotates, rotates back, rotates back. It's not very realistic because I think it rotates farther. But anyway, that's the way that I made it up. So it rotates through 60 degrees. So basically this rubber part is going to rotate till it's up here. And this part is going to rotate around, making this arc. And so in other words, all of this part in red, that's the part of the windshield that is getting wiped by the windshield wiper's blade. Find the area. So now find the area of this red part. Well, what I'm going to use is, if it's a whole circle and the radius is r, then area is equal to pi r squared. Okay, that's one thing we're going to use. Another thing is, this is basically got two circles because there's this little metal part that's rotating, making part of a circle, and then there's this whole part making a bigger circle. So we basically have, for the bigger one, this is a radius of 10. So for the bigger one, it's going to be, so area for the bigger one is equal to pi 10 squared. Or in other words, that would be 100 pi. And then this smaller part, which is just the metal part of the blade, so the area for the smaller one would be pi and 1 squared. So that would just be 1 times pi. Now, when I did the 10, that's basically counting all of this. So it's counting the whole thing. If I then subtract off that part, I'll be left with the red part. Now, if I just do that right now and I go 100 pi minus pi is 99 pi's, that would be assuming that the windshield wiper blade goes all the way around. That is not what it's doing. So it's going 60 degrees. So in other words, it's only using a part of the circle, not the whole circle. Well, for a whole circle, that would be 360 degrees. So this is 60 degrees out of a possible 360 degrees. When you reduce that, it becomes 1/6. So in other words, this is 1/6 of a circle, not a whole circle. So I can go ahead and subtract them and then multiply by 1/6. So it's 1/6 of the 100 pi minus pi, or in other words, that would be 99 pi divided by 6. (99 pi divided by 6). So that equals 51.836. And then finally for the units, This is in inches, and this is an area, so this is in square inches.